喂，他还没有醒过来，但是我们得尽快离开。我会把我们紧紧地靠在一起。
你知道都市传说吗？去吧，就在这里。究竟是谁？对不起。
我们的对决终于要迎来结局了。有些事你还是不要知道比较好。
失去的东西，只要找回来就好了。舰长，
醒醒！快醒醒！醒醒啊，舰长！
Captain is woken up on a beach by Yae Sakura and an Einstein who somehow knows him. They each explain their situation as they defeat enemies on their way towards Yae's village. Einstein is first. Einstein was looking through reports on an unidentifiable structure labeled EPC-084, a control tower that could be a PE ruin, but with no visible entryways. She learns that Tesla had crash-landed on the island where the tower is located, so she is here to search for her. Next is Yae. Yae explains that she had left the village to investigate strange noises, but the mountains turned into beaches, and thus, decided to investigate the beach. And finally, Captain. The Saint Freya girls took part in Home Rush, a live survivor show, to secure holiday fundings, and Captain was invited as the host since he's most familiar with the crew, but when he arrived, he got kidnapped and put in a box instead. Since Captain is here, some of the girls may have made it here as well. They soon find the remains of Tesla's plane. There, they find a contraption suspected to be a copy of Work 108 of the Dark Science Index named Sir Gotcha. Sir Gotcha can create tactical chibis if you give it Tesla chips. They follow Tesla's trails and find another contraption from the Dark Science Index called Lil Finder. Unable to locate Tesla, they continue towards Yae's village and discover that the road ahead is blocked by an avalanche. Captain feels he's being watched from the fog, but they deem it to be unimportant. After packing the chibis with enough firepower, they blast through the avalanche, and after some encounters against strange masked humanoids, they find Mei tied to a tree. Suddenly, Captain is attacked by a Yae lookalike named Shai Sakura who's revealed to be a younger sister of Yae. Shai believes the Gaijin's appearance is the reason monsters have appeared, but after being thwarted by Yae, Shai runs away. They save Mei, and later, meet Shai again at the entrance to Yae's village. Monsters have invaded the village, but Shai refuses to let the party in until she is convinced by Mei. In exchange, Shai takes Yae away. In the village, the party encounters other Yaes, and a mysterious girl. One of the Yaes mentions something about a blonde Gaijin. The party does various tasks until eventually reaching the Jinja Shrine, where Captain learns from Yae that he has to beat Shai in a trial by combat to win her approval. After defeating Shai, Captain asks about the blonde Gaijin and the group is suggested to go ask Goshinboku-sama, an ever-blooming sakura tree, for answers. They set off, and during camp, after Yae leaves to forage some herbs for Captain's injury, Captain and Mei begin suspecting the Yaes. At another village, since Captain couldn't sleep, he inspects the village's fortune stone and meets another Yae who incapacitates him with magic gas, resulting in Captain waking up by the river banks the next day. At the Senbon Tori of Yae village, they find another Yae who is building Tori gates. Having had enough, after arriving at their next destination, Captain claims that there are only 2 Yaes who have been switching roles, and the rest of the Yaes reveal themselves. There are 7 of them. They are Yae, Kai, Mai, Dai, Phi, Jai, and Jade. Except for Yae Sakura, the rest of the Sakuras are flowers from Goshinboku-sama, and the one they thought was Shai was actually Kai. The real Shai had been taken by a blonde Gaijin. Suddenly, a small figure walked out from behind the Sakura tree. It's the real Shai. The Sakuras had been searching for her, but didn't recognize her because she didn't look like the rest of the Yaes. Shai reveals she was the one who brought the strange monsters. She is mad because the Sakuras were having a great time while she was alone. Shai uses her super weapon, Pledge of Sakura, to absorb the 6 Yaes before running away, but is defeated by Mei because of her short legs and the 6 Sakuras are released. After Captain asks about the blonde Gaijin again, one of the Sakuras reveals the past. Goshinboku-sama has 7 sacred flowers that will never wilt nor fade. One day, a blonde Gaijin appeared and took one of the flowers, therefore neutralizing the powers of Goshinboku-sama. Then, the blonde Gaijin spread a plague that killed everyone in the village. Having thought she had angered Goshinboku-sama, the Miko priestess prayed to the sacred Sakura tree continuously until she eventually collapsed. Goshinboku-sama took the Miko, cleared her memories, and then transformed the 6 remaining flowers into her form to keep her company. When the question about what to do with Shai is brought up, Shai explains that Grandpa thinks she is too weak to survive in the outside world, so she wanted to prove him wrong. Yae praises her for being brave as she too wants to leave her comfort zone. This prompts Captain to invite Yae to join them on their adventure and she accepts. It's decided that the rest of the Sakuras will return their powers to Goshinboku-sama to restore the protective field, while Shai will stay to be with Goshinboku-sama. Also, their spirits will live in Yae's body to travel with her. After reciting a spell, the 7 girls turn back into flowers. The journey continues, and after they somehow arrive at a desert, Einstein talks to Captain about urban legends to explain how the EPC-084 researchers went missing. Captain then says something Rita told him in Sanguine Nights.
离奇诡谲，却充满魅力的故事，半真半假，又令人着迷的故事。
However, Captain doesn't remember where he heard this from. Einstein theorizes that the tower is causing different parallel worlds of the same island to connect to each other. Each new area they enter is another parallel world. Shortly later, they find Tesla's crashed shuttle and a sandstorm occurs. While seeking shelter at the wreck, Captain feels someone's gaze from afar. After the sandstorm is over, the party saves a dying man and is rewarded with a shovel. Using that shovel, they dig out Selûne's elegy, who introduces herself as the Fairy of Death. May asks Selûne to guide them to the tower, and Selûne accepts. Shortly later, they meet Callan the treasure hunter, Selûne's travel buddy. Callan tells them that she is looking for a legendary lamp that can fulfill any wish, and Captain remarks by saying that a stupid wishmaker is how he ended up here, but he doesn't understand why he said that. Callan offers to lead them to the tower in exchange for the treasure in the pyramid. They accept since she's probably more reliable. Afterwards, they come across Jing Gui Wings, who is Selûne's friend, and a beach empress who attacks them. During the fight, they discover their attacks are ineffective as the Beach Empress is protected by a strange shield. Captain also has flashbacks of the battle against the White Witch in Winter Fairytale Rhapsody. After Captain mentions the pyramid, the Beach Empress stops attacking and a temporary alliance is formed. They enter the pyramid through a secret underground passage that not even the Beach Empress knew of. There, they run into Vampire Teresa and the ELF Blood Embrace. Teresa was a matriarch who fought for her kindred, but one day her people felt they no longer needed her. She was sealed here after her grandpa became the overseer. Because the basement stairs are made of materialized light, she's been unable to leave. Captain offers to carry her up. She happily accepts, and an image of Sanguine Nights flashes into his mind. The party continue journeying through the pyramid, and after a while, Teresa starts to feel unwell, but brushes it off. Next, they run into Kiana Caslana and the reason why the Beach Empress had been locked out of her pyramid. When Kiana woke up in the desert, she found the keys to the pyramid plus the door. After retrieving her keys, the Beach Empress, finally introducing herself as the Water Djinn, was about to murder the crew when Kiana's luck prevailed again. Kiana had tripped upon her tatami mat and revealed the Water Djinn's private collection of reading materials, causing the Water Djinn to flee in embarrassment. Selûne tells the party that the Water Djinn's powers are required to manifest the lamp, so the party has to chase her down. On the way, Captain asks the ELFs more about the Water Djinn. 300 years ago, the land was lush and the Water Djinn coexisted with humans, until a golden-haired woodcutter abused her trust, resulting in her becoming a Nuwako-class NEET who would forever order everything online. This resulted in the land's desertification. When the tower appeared, it crashed the Wi-Fi, forcing the Water Djinn to go outside to check, and then she lost her keys. Teresa's starvation worsens, and Captain, while feeling that he encountered something similar before, bites his finger and moistens Teresa's lips with his blood. After hearing Captain's explanation for this action, Blood Embrace feels indebted. They catch up to Water Djinn, and a battle ensues. However, only Teresa is able to damage Water Djinn's shield. Teresa stands her ground, parrying attack after attack, but she grows weaker every passing second. As Teresa reaches her limit, Captain harms himself so his blood can fuel her power, and a single mouthful returns color to her eyes. After powering up, Teresa shattered Water Djinn's shield completely, before collapsing to the ground. Exhausted, but still alive. The ELFs then work together to weaken the Water Djinn, and the party is finally able to defeat her. Now defeated, Water Djinn is willing to listen to their wish, and Callan asks for the wish-granting lamp, so she can restore life to this barren wasteland. But after learning the lamp requires the ELF's sacrifice, Callan retracts her wish. Captain's head starts aching, but Teresa comforts him. When the ELFs state that the land can also be restored if they drag the Water Djinn outside, Water Djinn orders Bella to chase them out. They are chased by Bella and other enemies as they run towards the tower. Eventually, they lose their pursuers, and Callan leaves after escorting them to the tower. As they approach the tower, Kiana almost falls into a hole, but is saved by May due to her noticing torn clothing near it, and they speculate that someone may have fallen into the hole earlier. Mysteriously, the tower doors open. They enter the tower, and this side of the event concludes. Also, during this event, there are X stages. In these X stages, we learn that the Vodka twins have been trying to capture Captain for some reason, but have been failing every time.